I am so sorry about that glare, everyone.
What can you do? We're in the sun.
I tried everything. I tried moving my visor. You know, if I like hold my hand, maybe that'll work. Okay. Sorry about this angle, but what's going on, guys? I'm the Psychedelic Mystic, and that's Tarek. We're about to go see some Arrival that I wanted to see like a week ago, but Tarek didn't. At EMT, motherfucker.
I got classes. You know.
But we're gonna try a new thing because this glare is actually pissing us off. So we will actually be right back. Tarek's going to El Camino to get some nachos.
Gotta have my nachos before I review a movie. That's just how it is now.
So Tarek, what are you most excited about for Arrival?
Who happened to have an office, a professional office building that was attached to
That chick from Batman vs Superman is in it.
Lois Lane.
Lois Lane.
Yeah, Hawkeye's also
She
in
never
it.
had any
Well,
reason
I don't care about
to
Hawkeye.
follow my direction.
He's everyone's favorite Avenger,
Where I
right?
work, or things
I'm
of
just
that
kidding.
nature. She had no reason
You know, he
to
could have
go
died in
to the
Avengers Age of Ultron and no one would have cared.
except that,
No one would have, just like
she went,
Quicksilver.
So this movie's been getting a lot of good reviews, and to be honest, I'm really hoping that I'm not led to a disappointing film. Quite good. So from the trailers, what kind of vibe do you get from this movie?
I didn't see the trailer.
To be honest, from the trailers, I thought it was honestly going to be pretty boring, but in that weird like Contact kind of way, like First Contact, that's also going to have a really intriguing story, and I'm expecting some twists and turns along the way and some excellent performances from all of the cast. It's time.
Time for what?
Paint sauce. Tarek,
What?
we got our nachos. Hand me the salsa. Any concluding thoughts, Tarek?
About the nachos or the movie?
Either one.
Well, this was so good. Trump, please don't deport the Mexicans. Just please don't.
Yeah, if 2 years I can still get my nachos at El Camino, I'll be happy.
We got Fantastic Beasts, Where to Find Them, Mona,
Moana.
The Edge of 17. It's got Woody Harrelson. Lead for this. It's your dude.
This is fucking Last Chance. Fucking stupid Reed Richards bullshit. Oh my god. Tarek!
Yeah.
How are you feeling right now, dude?
Feel alright. You know.
I haven't been this intrigued and puzzled and thought-provoked in a movie theater since Inception.
I never saw it.
My mind is all over the place right now. Oh my god.
Mhm.
Oh, I need to take a minute, folks. Woo! I think that I cannot talk about this movie without spoilers.
Yeah, probably not.
So real quick, out of the way, I immediately want to see this movie again. I am so fascinated and intrigued with this movie. I want to see everything that I missed, and I want to see it now. I loved it. I fucking loved this movie.
It was a good movie.
For 2016, we've got an Independence Day resurgence. We got Doctor Strange, and I think Arrival is such a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, it's very original, very different from most other sci-fi movies I think that have come out.
This is the most unique at least alien invasion movie. I don't want to call it that because then you think, oh, Independence Day, boom, boom, boom. You know, I don't want to call it like an alien invasion movie because people think that, oh, it's going to have, mindless destruction. And I gotta say, this was a very, very intelligent movie. And it treated its audience like they actually had brains. I am so pleased. It's so satisfying, Terry.
This was better than Independence Day research.
Oh, easily. This honestly might end up on my top 10 best of the 2016 list. Like, I haven't been this intrigued in a long time. So, this is your only spoiler warning. If you want, go see this movie. If you consider yourself a fan of sci-fi, this is a must-see, especially with the shit we have had this year. Just, there was Hacksaw Ridge and Arrival. I saw both of those. If I had to pick, maybe Hacksaw Ridge first. I'm not saying it's better, but it's still, they're both fantastic.
I want to see Hacksaw Ridge. I really do.
Oh my god.
But this was good too, so.
Okay, so spoilers ahead. You had your warning. This movie had so many shots that reminded me of Stanley Kubrick and Alfred Hitchcock. 2001 Space Odyssey, just that slow, like, methodical, camera work. It impressed the hell out of me, and it was really reminiscent of those older science fiction movies.
It was. That's probably where the director got his inspiration from. So.
Yeah, and that's not to say, like, it... Because I think this dude's directed Sicario. Have you ever seen it? Oh, that movie's great, too. And you see, a lot of great vision in this movie. Yeah, I praise the hell out of the camera work and all of the little intricate shots that they did.
Mm-hmm.
It blew my mind. Like, I am floored with how beautiful this movie looked. And I don't want to say it was, like, very minimal in terms of, like, when you think of aliens, you think all of this, high-tech technology. You see, like, the craft, and it looks kind of interesting. But, everything, you're given is pretty much on the poster. With the exception of a few things. Because the biggest premise of the movie, when the aliens arrive on Earth, they are trying to make contact with humans. And the humans are trying to decipher what their purpose is. Mm-hmm. So they have to learn their language. And this is the first time I've really seen an alien language where it hasn't been, like, left to right. It's been, shapes that have been... I'm so happy. I'm so happy with this movie. It kind of reminded me of, you're gonna laugh at me, but Shadow the Hedgehog. Like
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah, the video game when that fucking aliens came down, but like instead of all the destruction and shitty gameplay, it was like all the symbols and stuff. That's like, I don't know why. Don't fucking judge me.
This movie where it's about scientists learning to communicate with aliens, and you associate that with
that damn hedgehog.
That damn hedgehog.
No.
That runs super fast and
in like an environment,
shoots guns.
an environment that's not suitable for speed.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I don't fucking know why. It's just, they like, shoot this thing out of their, hand tentacle things, and it fucking makes these shapes, and that's their language. And you find out later on in the movie, 95% of the movie is that. Them teaching aliens, what certain words have connotations to and how it relates to their language. Like, Tool is and Louise is are the aliens here for war? Why are they here? And what the fuck is Lois's... What the hell is Lois Lane and her fetish with aliens?
True.
Amy Adams, in Batman vs. Superman, Lois Lane and Superman, and then this. Like...
And Man of Steel, all she wanted to report on was this mysterious alien, and even though, like, nobody else wanted to, she was... So, yeah, maybe... She likes to sign on roles that involve aliens.
For the sake of time... I can praise everything. The performances in this movie, Amy Adams and Jeremy Renner carry this movie. Pretty much, let me get that glare out of the way for you. Fuck off.
Yeah, the glare is kind of annoying.
It's annoying to sit like this, I won't lie. But their performances really carry this film. And you know, everyone else does a fine job, but I mean, they're not important, I want to say.
Not everybody, but
yeah, as important as the main two.
Well, yeah, I mean,
but what I really liked in this movie, it had this balance of like realism and like obscure, you know, metaphysical thinking. Because, you know, we see, you know, someone in the army, like, you know, on the phone with his wife, and they're scared. They're like, don't worry, we have this under control. And they're like, my daughter asked, you know, if all the monsters are going to come out and kill us. And, you know, we see that side of it and, like, all this grounded realism. And then it's like it gets thrown out the window with, like, the concept of time in this movie. And I really love thinking about how time can work like that. But, you know, this movie, you know, is more focused on saying that time is relative. You know, when you're talking about forward and backward.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they form their language. They're able to see, you know, into the future and into the past. And that leads to a very, very, very intriguing revelation at the end of the movie. Where, if I provide some context, that's the beginning. It's filmed, you know, with like this sort of flashback montage, it seems, of Amy Adams and her daughter, who unfortunately passes away from cancer.
In the beginning.
Or whatever disease that she had. It wasn't said, but it's most likely cancer. But, you know, you're led to believe at the beginning, like, oh, you know, that has happened to her, and now, you know, she's just a single parent with no kid. But that's not it at all, because the husband left her, like, you know, in that flashback, you know, she's a single mom and her daughter dies. At the end of the movie, it's revealed that Jeremy Renner becomes the dad, and they have the kid. But she has been able to see into the future, like, this whole time because of the way they formed their language. It's...
Bam.
It's so fucking cool.
I know.
Like, that really could have been, you know, a moment that was like, oh, of course they gotta get together. But no, the movie handled it so well.
Another praise, the soundtrack for this movie.
Really?
I liked it a lot.
There were, like, a few times where I thought the music was really, 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 really amazing. For me personally, the most of it was just ambiance. My car is making a lot of noise, and it shouldn't be. Shush you. I'm on the accelerator. That's why. Oh! Yeah, a lot of the soundtrack to me just felt like ambiance, but that's not really a bad thing, you know, with a movie as slow-paced as this, and it's slow-paced intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not saying it's a drag, the entire movie. No. It's a movie that really takes time to, you know, get you invested in Amy Adams and Jeremy Renner, to make you think about everything that is presented, and it's very satisfying as a result.
Absolutely. I mean, with slow movies, sometimes they can be a drag, but if it's done right, then it gets you more emotionally invested, and this movie did that.
Yeah. I was really worried this movie could have been, you know, random and boring, and, you know, when I first, you know, for the first half, I had like a really bad feeling that that's what it would turn into, but I'm so glad it paid off. You know, the storytelling, if you thought The Accountant was very unconventional in its storytelling, you're gonna hate this movie. But I really, really like the way they told the story in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it makes me want to rewatch it multiple times. You know, I walked out of the theater wanting to walk right back in and, you know, no call, no show for work, because I just wanted to watch this movie again.
True. Should have.
It is pretty uneventful, but that's not, like, bad. You know, the events that happen are very effective.
True. Can't have too many things going on.
I really liked how the aliens look, too. You know, you never really get a good shot of them. But, you know, with a world that's so, like, you know, like the green head and, you know, the big almond eyes,
yeah.
You know, it's really cool to see them as, like, kind of squids. It reminded me a lot of Half-Life. You know, and all the, you know, little pop visions she has. I mean, it was like I was playing Half-Life.
Those, like, mutated turtles would jump on your face.
The head crabs.
Head crabs would fuck your face or whatever.
You know, they really do look like just elongated head crabs. You know, with the tentacles. Ugh. Things creep me out, but if you're ready to rate this thing, I know what I'm going to give it.
I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10? Well, I'm going to have to disagree with you. I'm going to give it a fucking 10 out of 10. So with our consensus of 9.5 out of 10, The Arrival, you're going to arrive, God's come in your fucking face after you suck it up because you're a blowjob from God! I am so happy. 2016 has been a rough year for movies. It's had some of my favorite movies, and it's had some movies I really wanted to gouge my eyes out. It's really good to see good movies in theaters. We're approaching the end of the year.
Oh yeah.
Top 10 best and worst superhero movies, best and worst animated movies.
Man.
There's really only a few more, Tarek.
Let's see. Well, I still need to see Hacksaw Ridge, even though I don't know if we're probably not going to do a review. But obviously you have to see Rogue One, Star Wars story.
Yeah, I believe, animated movies, I think there's a movie called Ballerina coming out. I mean, I don't even know if I'm going to consider it because I haven't heard anything about it, but there's Moana, Sing. Those are really the two last animated movies that I need to see before I can make my list. There's Star Wars. There is Assassin's Creed. I said I wasn't going to see it, but I feel like I should just because it's fair.
Well, didn't you say, like, if Warcraft is terrible, then you won't bother? But you said it was alright.
Yeah, I thought Warcraft was okay.
Okay.
It was a step in the right direction, but I really don't have any good feelings about Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, pretty much the only thing I like about it so far, I like Michael Fassbender. He's a great actor, so hopefully he carries the movie.
We have gotten way off of track.
We
but
did.
There's a few movies left, and I'm so excited to make my end of the year. And who knows, I might do a surprise top 10.
Yeah. We'll have to save this discussion for like an end of the year.
So with that
movie
being
wrap
said,
up.
I gotta get to work because I'm probably gonna end up being late. But thank you so much for watching. And as always, I'm the Psychedelic Mystic. That is Tarek.
Mhm.
I love seeing movies with Tarek.
Yeah, I'm in a lot of these. Even though Keegan kind of is too, but I'm in more
Because he's better, and
Yeah.
I love Tarek. Did you like our nacho segment? I mean, bye.